Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Meek again. Okay, so today we are doing another dragging video. I know you love these. I have a playlist called Luxury Dragging Videos. Go check it out in my playlist section. Today we're talking about Audemars Piguet and Hermes, of course, because Hermes never stops being dragged. Audemars gets dragged hard. I am adding an Audemars watch to my wish list this year. It's very pricey. It's such a beauty. It's a lady royal oak with diamonds. It's really, really nice. So I've been researching about the brand and the shenanigans. There are a lot of shenanigans that are going on with Audemars. It's crazy. So yeah, I thought it could be fun to show you something I found recently. So this is about the AP boutique in Geneva in Switzerland. Audemars Piguet is actually from this town called Le Brassus in Switzerland. But of course, you know, Geneva is the capital of luxury watches worldwide. So they do have a boutique there. Okay. So this is long, but I think it's worth us kind of going through. And it's from 3 months ago, so it is very new and fresh. The person says in their dragging review of the AP boutique in Geneva, the current situation is known to everyone. And here I think the person is alluding to the fact that there's no stock. AP also has massive stock issues, particularly for the men's watches. Watches are highly desirable and wait lists are long if you can even get on them. While this is an issue, the key problem with some boutiques, especially evident with AP, is that the staff somehow starts to behave in a manner that a few years ago would have been inexcusable. Because lies are hard to keep, talking to multiple staff members will yield different excuses and stories. Any reasonably minded individual would start to see cracks in the store's narrative quickly. And it begs the question, why is the AP boutique in Geneva lying to its customers? Attitude, poor manners, inability to be attentive, these are not acceptable, but are unfortunately the new normal in such boutiques. What really makes the situation risible is that you end up wondering, why did I even want to enter the boutique or buy anything? And thus AP enters the following conundrum, alienating genuine former clients and ending up with only VVIPs or flocks of people wanting to buy and resell the watches they might acquire. This is bad faith all around. My last visit experience was such that I left confident I would never return. Even if my watch is allocated to me, I will also liquidate the models I already own as to stop having to bring them to service periodically. AP has lost me, not only as a customer, but as a haute horology enjoyer. I'm left with absolutely zero interest in the brand, and I will certainly explain to my entourage why they should look elsewhere for prestige timekeepers. Okay, so I think a few things. So what this person is saying is very true. Like, any of you who are AP watchers, specifically AP, Rolex has always been known for having stock issues, but like the stock issues at AP right now are not good. So essentially, if you're not familiar with Audemars Piguet, it's actually one of the oldest like watch brands. It's actually older than Rolex as well. And it's known for like these really intricate movements. They make really beautiful watches. It's a deeply respected brand in the luxury watch world. And it's similar to Big H, like the founding family still own the brand and everything. But AP definitely has been dragged a lot recently on social media, particularly like TikTok and Instagram, for having massive stock issues. But there is a game for the men's watches. So the men's watches, there is a game, and you have to show loyalty. Sound familiar? Sounds like a horse we all know. You have to buy other watch models before you can buy a men's royal oak. The women's watches don't have a huge game around them, but they are desirable and they are waitlist as well for the women's watches. Shout out to one of my subscribers, Lucia. She's also one of the admins of my Facebook group, and she was telling me in a comment, she told me that the Audemars Piguet Royal Oaks, even the women's ones that don't have diamonds, those are very hard to get versus the ones with diamonds. The one I want has diamonds, so hopefully I'll be able to get that one soon. And I think that what this person is saying, I agree with this person. You guys are always dragging me. You're saying I'm always siding with companies and I always protect the brand. Not in every dragging story. I do sometimes will say, like, when the you know, when the company is wrong. I think the AP is wrong for having boutiques open, but you have no watches to sell. I think that is really annoying. When I was in Paris in January, there were ladies' watches for Rolex, and particularly in one of the ADs I saw, I think it was Printemps or Galerie Lafayette. There was an AD there, and they had women's watches to sell, like Rolexes, but they didn't have men's watches. I don't understand how you can have a luxury brand that has no stock to sell to clients. I don't even think that people are really like angry or annoyed about having to wait. I think most people are understanding there's a lot of demand for the watches. People really want to buy their watches a lot, whether it's Rolex, Audemars, Patek Philippe, like people want to buy their watches, and I don't think most people have a problem with waiting. But it sounds like the Geneva store really isn't like a good place, because it does have a lot of really bad reviews, and yeah, like alienating genuine clients, as this individual says, and then he said, my last visit experience was so bad that I will not return even if my watch is allocated. I mean, like, what does that sound like? Allocated, bags being allocated, watches being allocated. So obviously people are not happy with the service that they're getting. But when I saw this review, I wasn't surprised that Audemars got dragged, because I think at the end of the day, they get dragged because they are not having watches to sell. They don't have any stock to sell. The Audemars Piguet boutique in Paris is close to Chanel Rue Royale, which is also close to what's it called? It's also close to like Big H, and all of the brands are close together. But the Audemars Piguet boutique in Paris is close to the Chanel Rue Royale and the Gucci boutique. I remember seeing it, and I saw people there as well milling about, but you can't get in without an appointment. You need an appointment, and even getting an appointment there is not a guarantee. It'd probably be easier, frankly, to get an appointment at Big H than to get an appointment there. It's very hard. You can't enter the boutique unless you have an appointment. So I think that like what AP need to do is like, you need to have stock to sell to clients. If there's no stock to sell to clients, at least have some shop floor models that people can try on, and at least make people feel comfortable. Like I said, the men's watches at AP are the ones that have this game around it, but the women's watches don't. So if you're watching this and you're a woman and you want to buy an AP like me, chances are that if you go there with an appointment, if you're in a very like low competition area, they might sell you one. Maybe you wait 3 months and they'll sell it to you. Maybe you wait a year and they'll sell it to you, or maybe you'll wait 6 months and they'll sell it to you. You never know, you could leave the boutique that day, and this is like a Royal Oak. I'm not talking about their other models. The Royal Oak from Audemars is like the Birkin of Audemars. So that's like the watch that everyone wants. So the women's watches don't really have a game around it, but the men's watches absolutely have a game. They're very hard to get. What I don't understand is like this person said, alienating clients and making people feel, making people feel really bad, and making people feel like they're not, welcome and things like that. That's wrong. They're saying AP lost me not only as a customer, but as an haute horology enjoyer. I mean, yeah, that is not good, and that doesn't make the person feel good. The watch situation, as he says here, the current situation is known to everyone. Watches are highly desirable and waitlists are long. Yeah, and I mean, everyone knows that it's really hard right now to score an AP watch, but still, that doesn't mean that the person should be treated wrong. So in this case, I think that, to be honest with you, if you ask me, AP is wrong, the person is right. There is a reasonable expectation, okay, that when you are going somewhere that you're going to find watches to sell. A lot of the AP boutiques and locations worldwide, when I was researching this video, people were literally saying like you go in there, even if you have an appointment, they have nothing to sell to you. Like they have literally nothing to sell. And there's nothing available for them to sell. So what's the point if you don't have anything available to sell to clients? Like why bother opening the boutique? So I'd love to know what you guys think about that. Like I said, remember the game is always with the men's watches, not the women's watches. So it shouldn't be too hard to score an AP Royal Oak, one of the ladies' options. So the watches with the smaller dials, like the I like the 34mm one. I think they have 34. They have, I think they also have, I think they could have 31. I might have to check that, but I do like the 34mm one. So those ones are not as hard, but the men's watches, particularly the men's watches that don't have diamonds and don't have gems in them, they're very, very, very hard to get. And people are spending a lot of money to inquire about scoring those. All right, so tell me what you think of that dragging story. But before we continue, make sure that you're fully subscribed, you've hit notifications, you like this video, join the Facebook group, follow my luxury Instagram and my TikTok. A few of you have followed me on TikTok. God bless you for that. Thank you. Please continue to follow me on my socials so that I have the strength to continue to post. If you follow me, you join the group, you follow my Instagram, I will continue posting. Okay, so make sure that you go ahead and do that. Okay, the next dragging story is from your girl Big H, honey, from the meat packing district in New York City in the United States of America. This is a new review. Literally, the person gave this boutique 1 star. This is the franchise location because I believe the meat packing district boutique in New York is a franchise location. The person says, came in to buy an Evelyne Tpm, was open to any neutral color. Person at door confirmed there's some in the back but not on the floor, and the the client advisor would help me. My CA was XYZ, names person's name. When I let him know what I was looking for, and he said they're out of stock, directly going against the stock confirmation I had received moments before. I understand gatekeeping Birkins and Kellys, but I felt very much discriminated against, likely for my gender. This individual is a man, by this client advisor. Very unprofessional. This was 5 days ago. Okay, so first of all, because you guys are always saying, hey, you're always defending brands. I found dragging stories today where I can't defend the brands. First of all, I think it's bang out of order if you walk into a boutique and you're like, do you have an Evelyne? And they're like, you know, yeah, we have them in the back. And then you're like, okay, cool. You tell the SA, can I buy it? The SA's like, no. That does strike me as unfair to hear it. And I'm wondering, like, did this person ask, like, maybe a greeter or like a security guard, like, do you have Evelyne's? And the person said yes, because obviously they know the tea and what's lit in the like back rooms where the stock is. And then once the SA saw them, the SA was like, you know, I'm not selling you an Evelyne TPM. I think this proves what we've always known, which is that the stock is always there. And I mean, we've said this so many times, like, the stock is always there at these boutiques. I don't know why they always pretend, but availability and stock being there, but it being available for you, I think are two different things. The person, this man felt like he was discriminated against by his gender. It's worth mentioning that the CA that he mentions by name is also a man, but still, I mean, I don't think that's cool. I don't think it's cool, first of all, to make someone feel like that. But second of all, it's not cool to say that you have stock there. This is a non-quota bag, and yes, Evelyne is hard to get, it's not easy to get, and people do wait a long period of time for it. Part of me is wondering whether they want to kind of decrease the amount of walk-in stories, because you do hear those walk-in stories for Evelyne's and things like that. Maybe they want to decrease those walk-in stories, so they decided to basically, they decided to basically be like, no, we don't have, anything for you, and yeah, we don't have it. He said they're out of stock, directly going against the in-stock confirmation. It's possible that the person who he met at the front of the store at the beginning was wrong and maybe got the stock levels wrong. But knowing Big H, that person who told him that, yes, we do have Evelyne TPMs in the bag, was probably telling the truth, knowing Big H, and the SA, for whatever reason, didn't want to sell him the Evelyne, couldn't sell him the Evelyne because it was allocated to another client, or maybe had promised someone else that they can come and buy it the same day. I would love to know what you guys think about that, and I'd just really love to know, like, what you guys think about that. So I don't know, I feel like with Big H, it's like Big H has to make a decision on how they discuss stock with clients. Like, you need to decide, because it's not cool walking in. If I'm walking in, I'm trying to buy a mini Ruly, I'm excited thinking I'm walking away with a Ruly, and then the SA is like, no, we don't have any mini Rulys for you, boo boo. I'll be like, but you just said that you had a mini Ruly for me. I can see why people are, you know, getting really upset with that. Okay, the next dragging story is also from the meatpacking district. It's from about a month ago. Someone writes the following: "Don't you know what you want? What a sarcastic question coming from a so-called professional. It is disgusting to hear such a question. I bet 110% of customers from Big H, from Hermes, have a wish list. Please don't harass your customer or ask insulting questions. I don't believe Hermes trained their essays to be so impatient and unprofessional." The essay's name is XYZ at Hermes Meatpacking, New York City. This isn't the first time I've heard of essays like being dragged in these reviews, asking people like, don't you know what you want? Do you know what you want? Do you know what you want? I mean, that's rude. This dragging story reminds me of one of my favorite dragging stories. There was a woman in one of the boutiques in Texas who was going to get, I think, a non-quota bag, like a mini Lindy, and she wanted to just double check that the bag was in the box, and the essay was like, you don't know what your bag looks like. And the way she wrote it was like, you could hear the essay's tone like, oh, you don't even like know what your mini Lindy looks like, and you're just like being super annoying, and now you want to like inspect the bag or whatever. So I did find that really funny because it just reminded me of this. So the person here literally saying like, you know, don't you know what you want? You know, like the essay telling the client that's wrong, you know? So I think that today clients have won all of the dragging matchups. Remember I told you that I wanted to be like the celebrity deathmatch show on MTV. I want us to do like a luxury dragging, like boxing matches, and then we see who wins. But I think today, all three of these stories from Audemars Piguet and from Hermes, those two, I think that they are wrong. And you know, you can't you can't ask a client, you know, don't you know what you want? I mean, come on. I think that they expect everyone to walk in there to know. I definitely wouldn't go into a boutique unless I knew what I wanted, but it doesn't sound like the person here didn't know what they wanted, and they don't deserve to be spoken to like that and rushed like that. So I'd love to know what you think. When I go on my trips, I can't wait. I can't wait to go on my trips this year. I'm so excited to go on my luxury shopping trips, and I'm just super curious about like the way service is in like different countries. That always strikes me as like really interesting. I did find that in Paris they're very straightforward, and they do seem to like you to know like what you're buying. You know, they want you to kind of know straight away like, okay, yes, I'd like to buy this and this and this and this. I always have references anyway, but that's just because I think because I have a luxury shopping YouTube channel, so maybe I'm a little bit more organized, but I don't feel like you need to go into a boutique with a reference. I think you could easily be like, hello, I'd like to buy, you know, a Big H mug, or hello, I want to buy a Chanel 19, and then, you know, they'll show you exactly like what needs to be done. So I would love to know what you think about these dragging videos. Make sure you're fully subscribed to my channel, you hit notifications, and you join my Facebook group. It's so much fun. You're missing out. I've seen some really cool unboxings in the group this week. I've seen some real beauties. I've seen Bulgari unboxings this week in the group, Van Cleef and Arpels, Minnie Kelly. So there have been some beautiful, incredible scores that have been shared in my Facebook group this week. So make sure you go join and show us what you have got recently, or show us your collection. We'd love to see it. And also follow me on TikTok and follow my Instagram. My Instagram, I'm going to be sharing like a lot of tea on there, so make sure you follow me there. Like it's lit here. I'm almost finished with my challenge. Thanks so much to everyone who has been watching and supporting and uplifting me. A lot of your comments have been so positive, and you've been giving me good feedback and telling me, you know, like what time you like to see my videos. That really helps me. Right now, I'm actually doing my videos a little bit earlier, because when I finish doing a video, what I like to do is I like to respond to your comments, obviously, and then check like my Facebook PMs and check my emails, and then continue working a little bit. And then obviously, because like sometimes my husband is late coming back from work, so I tend to premiere my videos at like 9 p.m. because I get back from work much earlier than him. And then I tend to premiere them early, so that when I finish the premiere and I finish chatting to you, he's like, oh my gosh, like how'd the premiere go? And I'm like, it's cool. And then we go out for drinks or we do whatever. So I'm premiering my videos earlier because I can do other things, obviously spending time with my husband, but also doing other work and getting ready for like the next work day, going to the office and everything. So I hope that's okay with you guys, that my videos are now premiering at 9 p.m. Tanzanian time. So if you're in Tanzania or Kenya, it's 9 p.m. at night. If you're in, I think if you're in London, it would be 6 p.m. If you're in Paris, it's 7 p.m. And I think if you are in New York, it'll be something like 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. So yeah, I hope that's okay with you guys. So I'd love to see you guys in my premiere chat. So moving forward, I'll be doing my videos at 9 p.m. and unless I like, sometimes like I'll go out for drinks with Edwin, I'll meet up with friends, or go out with my family at night for dinner or drinks, and then sometimes you've noticed that I'll push my videos forward, but generally speaking it'll be 9 p.m. Tanzanian time, which is 6 p.m. GMT in the UK. So I hope that just kind of clarifies, because some of you are like, I'm missing your premiere times, or when do you premiere your video? So it'll really be like 9 p.m. I think the other day I went to the gym, so I like forwarded the premiere time by like 30 minutes, because I'm going to the gym now, and the gym is crazy. Like, the gym is like another place that we need to discuss, like, for luxury, because honey, there are people who go to the gym to do social media reels, TikTok reels, and I'm like, how do people look so luxurious and glamorous at the gym? And also, quick question, do you guys wear makeup at the gym? I put lipstick on. I always put lipstick on though anyway before leaving the house, or put lip gloss on at the very least. I'm wearing a little bit of makeup in today's video, but I always put like lip gloss on. Do you guys do that? Do people wear like lip gloss and lipstick to the gym, or is that like being really pretentious? I feel like it's so pretentious and it's like troll behavior, but I feel like I am a luxury pretentious troll a little bit, so I don't mind that. I'd love to know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow in my next video.